at the beginning of the day, we had a lot of people coming in to vote that ended up voting provisional ballots because the poll workers were not clear on the ID requirements. Some of the things we saw were like, if the driver's license had a different address on, they didn't understand that was okay, and then they told them, you know, electric bill's okay, and then they'd come in with a phone bill and they go, no, phone bill's not good, and they didn't know, they just weren't trained well or didn't, you know, whatever. And we had another guy, a couple guys who had said that they'd lived here for 20 years, 50 years, and had always voted here, and their names weren't on the rolls. Another thing I think happened was a lot of people said that when they were asked to cast a provisional ballot, they were irritated because they said, you know, the last time I came here I had to do that. We think that maybe part of that might be that they think that on the provisional ballot envelope you list your former and current address. We think that maybe those people were misinformed, or they thought that that was an address change, and it is not.
Okay, so basically there was a lot of confusion over what the rules were, even amongst the staff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
With the ID part, what was the biggest problem?
Yeah.
So I think a lot of people ended up casting provisional ballots at the beginning of the day that should not have had to.
I'll go see what kind of funds up.
Even the staff of the polling place seemed like they were being like, yeah, it seems like we're casting a lot of...
Say that again?
Did even the poll workers seem to be kind of
so then that would make sense.
Conscious of how like it seemed like a high number?
Yeah, because I was speaking and sitting with a woman who was running the provisional ballot table, and I asked her specifically that question, if she thought it was high, because it was like within the first 2 hours of voting, they'd already filled out 25 provisional ballots, and now it's up to about 70 or more.
So that's quite a few. I can't do the math on it, but that's like yeah, whatever, something an hour.
Well, I mean, it's about 20%. If I heard that there's 300 and some votes, so that's 1/5. So that's 20%. That's really high.
Yeah, that's really high. Has it gotten better throughout the day? Do people seem to be getting clearer on what the rules are?
The poll watchers have been able to kind of educate the election workers on, you know, the actual laws and getting into the manuals and pointing out their errors. But I know that there were people who had to cast provisional ballots that should not have had to cast provisional ballots.